lights, camera, and a whole lot of surprising secrets. Hollywood is known for its glitz and glamour. But what if I told you that some of your favorite stars are living double lives, at least when it comes to their names? Let's dive into the rabbit hole of celebrity stage names and the jaw-dropping stories that go with them. Let's start with the queen herself, Lady Gaga. The name Gaga sounds like it was born from a pop culture stew, right? But did you know her real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta? Speaking with Vibe in 2010, she shared that the idea for her stage name all started when producer Robert Vasari shared she reminded him of the classic Queen song, Radio Gaga, something Stephanie immediately took a shine to. He started to call me Gaga when I'd come into the studio. When we were getting ready to really start performing, I decided that I'd been playing under my real name for so long I wanted a new way to reinvent myself, Gaga revealed. So I said, what about Lady Gaga? Because Gaga is sort of crazy and lady has such connotations. It's like she traded her passport for a VIP pass to fame. And hold on to your hats because Demi Moore is actually Demetria Jean Gines. Imagine her auditioning for roles with that name. Demetria? I'm here for the lead role. And then we have the legendary Vin Diesel. I mean, how much cooler can a name get, right? Well, his real name is Mark Sinclair Vincent. He picked his first name Vin, which is short for Vincent, the name of his stepfather who had raised him. The actor chose Diesel because it started as a joke among his friends because he was very energetic as if he operated on fuel. For the fans of the actor, Diesel's chosen name sounds perfect for an action star like him. Vin Diesel is like his secret agent alter ego. Cue the explosion effects. Let's talk about the incredible Olivia Wilde. You might think her name is just as enchanting as her acting, but her real name is Olivia Jane Cockburn. No wonder she chose Wilde. Cockburn probably raised a few eyebrows. And brace yourselves, because Emma Stone isn't really made of stone. Well, not her real name at least. Emily Jean Stone stole our hearts, but she decided to leave Emily behind to avoid confusion. Emily Stone starring in La La Land just doesn't have the same ring to it. And let's talk about the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj. Would you believe her real name is Annika Tanya Mirage? Nicki Minaj is like her superhero persona. Annika Tanya Mirage sounds more like a lawyer fighting crime in court. The list continues with the one and only Cardi B. You might think she's just a card-flipping rap sensation, but her real name is Belcalis Marlenas Almanzar. Now that's a mouthful. She turned Belcalis into Cardi B, and suddenly, her name sounds like a stylish credit card. And speaking of musical maestros, let's talk about Drake. His real name? Aubrey Drake Graham. When he played wheelchair-bound Jimmy Brooks on the Canadian TV show Degrassi, the actor went by his real name. But when the Toronto native switched his career focus to rapping in 2009, after signing a recording contract with Lil Wayne's Young Money Entertainment, he started using one name only, Drake. I guess Aubrey wasn't as hip-hop as he wanted, so he went with Drake. Short, sweet, and perfect for spitting rhymes. But hold on to your hats because Nina Dobrev's story is coming up next. Did you know her real name is Nikolina Konstantinova Dobreva? Nina Dobrev rolls off the tongue way better, and it's easier to fit on a movie poster too. And here's a curveball for you, Jamie Foxx. His birth name is Eric Marlon Bishop. The actor and comedian reportedly chose a more androgynous moniker, so he'd be called up to set earlier, having noticed women were often given preference on the lineup. As the actor and comedian paved his path to success, he chose the gender-neutral Jamie, and Foxx in tribute to comedian Red Fox of Sanford & Son, according to The Independent. Imagine him belting out tunes with Eric Bishop live, not exactly the electrifying stage presence we know and love. Our next tale continues with a musical legend, Bob Dylan. Did you know his real name is Robert Allen Zimmerman? I guess he decided to trade Zimmerman for Dylan to match his poetic prowess. Talk about harmonizing with your destiny. And speaking of transformations, let's talk about Michael Keaton. Batman himself was born Michael John Douglas. You know, like the Academy Award-winning actor of the same name? I guess he thought Keaton sounded way cooler for a superhero than Douglas did. Gotham City is safe thanks to his impeccable stage name choice. But wait, the surprises keep coming. Did you know that the beloved Miley Cyrus is really Destiny Hope Cyrus? Miley is a far cry from Destiny Hope. But hey, she's all about embracing change, right? And then there's Meg Ryan. This rom-com sweetheart's real name is Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra. I guess Meg Ryan is much easier to fit on movie posters. Plus, who can resist that iconic smile? Let's spice things up with a musical sensation. Alicia Keys. Did you know her birth name is Alicia Ojello Cook? She decided to unlock a new chapter in her career by taking on keys, piano keys, keyboard keys, and now the keys to our hearts. And speaking of musical icons, let's talk about Elton John. His real name? Reginald Kenneth Dwight. While biopic Rocket Man suggested fellow musician John Lennon had inspired the name change, that's not accurate. It was actually Bluesology saxophonist Elton Dean and singer Long John Baldry who the Your Song singer took his cues from. He then added the title of Sir to that name after he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 1998. Elton John has a bit more pizzazz, don't you think? I guess he swapped Reginald for Rocket Man. Hold on to your hats because we're diving into the world of Travis Scott next. The man behind the hit songs was born Jax Webster. But when you're sicko-moding through the charts, Travis Scott sounds way catchier, right? And let's not forget about Katy Perry, the queen of pop herself. Her real name is Catherine Elizabeth Hudson. Katy Perry adds a sprinkle of fun to her image. I mean, who doesn't want to party with a Perry? And this list takes us to the charming Reese Witherspoon. Did you know her real name is Laura Jean Reese Witherspoon? It's like she decided to trade a sentence for a star-studded name. One can assume that her reason for shortening her name was to make it less of a mouthful. But that's not to say we're not fans of her full name too. After all, who hasn't seen To All the Boys I've Loved before? Double names are everywhere. Reese's full name, while largely unused, has a modern romantic appeal that just about any millennial and Gen Zer can appreciate. As for why she chose Reese over Laura Jean, it's her mother's maiden name, and with just one syllable, it really rolls off the tongue. While it's unclear when exactly she started going by Reese, she used the name for her first film appearance, The Man in the Moon, which debuted in 1991 when she was just 14 years old. And honestly, Reese Witherspoon sounds way more red carpet ready. And speaking of transformations, let's end the list with the legendary David Tennant. The man behind the TARDIS was born David John MacDonald. But David Tennant adds a touch of mystery that's perfect for a Time Lord. I know your excitement is soaring just like mine, so let's keep the celebrity revelations flowing. Drop a comment below with your favorite jaw-dropping stage name, or one that we missed in this video. Hit that like button, share this video with fellow pop culture aficionados, and of course, don't forget to subscribe for more Hollywood tales.